skin. Open the outer eye corners towards the ears. Throat soft, armpit soft, groin soft. Abdominal wall soft. So distinguish between the anterior and the posterior spine. Anterior spine ascending, posterior spine descending. Soft, quiet inhalation and soft, quiet exhalation. So let your breath flow and breathe in your abdomen, breathe in the chest, breathe in the side ribs, breathe in the back of the chest. Breathe in the lumbar area. Soft, quiet inhalation, soft, quiet exhalation. Of sages Patanjali, who brought serenity of mind by his work on yoga, clarity of speech by his work on grammar, and purity of body by his work on medicine. Where there is yoga, there is prosperity, bliss, success. Bow your head to Guruji. Okay, do a full arm balance. So now all of you take a belt, hook the belt just above your elbow. Yeah, make your hands very precise, very accurate, straight under the shoulders. Hook the belt just above the elbow. So the belt should be tight. outer elbows concave without dropping the belt. So if you squeeze the elbows, the belt drops. If you roll the elbows, the belt stays. Open the armpits. Open the lower ribs. Open the collarbones. So the outer elbows should be concave again. And now stretch from your index fingers. Connect the index fingers to the inner elbows. Connect the inner elbows to the inner armpits. Then open the top of the chest. Measure the distance in between the inner armpits. Lift the chest. Don't press on the lower ribs. And move, stretch your buttock muscles. Buttock bones in the back of the thighs. Push the heels up, open the back of the thighs, open the back of the knees, open the back of the calves, open the back of the heels. Armpits, armpits, armpits. Armpits are opening towards the elbows. Otherwise, the shoulders are not in the back. Shoulder blades should be concave. Inner shoulder blades pulling deeper and deeper into the back ribs. Keep the groins back. Tuck the groins in. Tuck the groins in. Armpits, armpits, armpits. The armpits are short, top of the chest is short, the sternum drops on the floor. Sternum should resist the floor. Collarbone should resist the floor. Collarbone should be wide, not narrow. So move the back side of the body. Pelvic girdle, as many of you have pelvic girdle in the back has to go up. Stretch the buttock muscle in the back of the thighs. Open the back of the thighs, open the back of the knees, open the back of the calves.
I feel my deltoid so much.
Huh?
My shoulders muscle, I feel this.
You what?
They are squeezing, my deltoids are squeezing.
Don't do that.
Can I do something wrong?
Turning. Maybe the belt do that, make the belt a little looser. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, do one more. Open the armpits, don't be satisfied. That's what you're doing. Armpits opening towards the elbows. Groins back, buttock bones in the back of the thighs. Open the back of the thighs towards the buttock bones. Sternum resisting the floor. Okay, now come on your hands. Take a block. And not the small block, but the large one, the tall, what do you call it, that one. And then line feet facing the platform. Bend the knees. So like this, you bring the heels to the buttocks, and then you do this, you lift here and move everything. Coccyx moving this way, buttock bones moving towards the heels or the lower legs. See, like this. It takes because this is not good enough. Maybe the sacrum is reasonably on the floor, but you really have to open the whole area. Sacrum, sacroiliac joints, and the lower back. Here you come very, very close. See, the outer hips going down, that means that the sacrum is descending, but the floor, so to say, brings the sacrum up. Because this here, the outer hips, they're going down. So that means the sacrum goes in. When I do this, the sacrum is pushing in the floor, and this goes up here. Here, widen. That the sacrum goes in. Yeah, then you hold your ankles like this and then lift the pelvis. Stand the heels into the floor, hold your ankles if you can. And now lift from the back side, connect the heel to the back of the thighs. And dig the buttock bones deeper and deeper in the back of the thighs. Roll the thigh bones in, roll the thigh bones in. Open the groins, higher and higher. Stretch the knees. Thigh bones rolling in, open the chest. Lift, hold your ankles, pull the ankles with your hand. And then you stretch your knees better. If you pull your ankles with your hand. It's like Ustrasana. Yeah, higher and higher. Lift, go up. Roll the thigh bones in, stretch the knees. Open the inner knees, open the outer knees. Buttock bones going higher and higher up. Open the chest, measure the distance in between the armpits. Lower ribs wide, collarbones wide, groins wide, open the side ribs. Yeah, lift higher and higher, roll the shoulder heads. If you don't lift the pelvis, the groins are not opening. You have to reach a point where the groin starts to open, start to stretch the groins. Dig the buttock bones in, more and more. Roll the knees in, Here, now inhale, exhale, come down. Now keep your knees bent. Roll the tailbone, extending, and the tailbone is completely free from the floor, extending towards the heels. Now again, one more. Inhale, exhale, go. Lift the pelvis higher and higher. Open the groins. You have to fill the groins. There should be no gap there in this position. Fill the groin, fill the groin. Fill the top of the inner thighs. You have to do the fold and roll your knees in. The knees are too far out. And the outer, otherwise the sacrum is not gripping. The outer thighs, outer hips, they should go more up. That's rolling in. Roll the thigh bones more in. And now take the block and place the block under the tailbone and then lower the pelvis on the block. Move the block as close to the tailbone as you can. And now, don't forget that with your hands, pull the buttocks away from the block. So create that space for the block to adjust to the tailbone. Now, the buttock bones, buttock muscles, the flesh, skin, turning away from the tailbone, move all that with your hands in the back of the thighs. Spread the buttocks. As much as you can. And then interlock the fingers, stretch your arms in front of the block, roll the shoulder heads, And then straighten the legs. Yeah? Push the heel bones away, toes up, toes up. Bottom of the toes, extending, stretching to the ceiling. Yeah? Open the ball of the feet, open the heels, open the inner heel, outer heel. Ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe. Thigh bones in, thigh bones rolling in. Lift the chest, open the back of the thighs from inside out. Open the back of the knees from inside out. Open the back of the calves from inside out. Open the back of the heels from inside out. And open the groins. Observe the groins, observe the lower ribs, observe the collarbones. There should be a smooth curve, groins, lower ribs, collarbones. So if it's difficult to get a strong grip on your inner legs, separate the legs. If you can grip the inner legs very well, then bring the feet, the legs closer together. Stretch your inner knee, stretch your inner calf, stretch your inner knee, stretch the inner thighs. Kneecaps, stretching, pulling, moving in the back of the knee. Four corners of the kneecap opening the back of the knees. So be alert and don't lose the grip. Now try to bring the legs closer together without shortening the inner feet. Yeah, push the ball of the big toes away, push the inner heels away, then bring the legs closer together. Inner knee should not go up. And now bend the knees, raise the pelvis, remove the block, and then lower the pelvis again. Stay for a moment, that is the knees bend. Now take your belt. And then you bend both legs. So take the belt around your feet and do Urdhva Pasarita Padasana, but like this. So not the hands close to the feet, but the upper arms on the floor. The feet slightly separated. And then see how good can you stretch your legs? How deep can you bring the femur heads into the hip socket in such a way that the back of the pelvis is widening and the sacrum is moving deeper and deeper in. So if the weight shifts from the outer hips to the center, all the weight comes on the sacrum. So you push the sacrum in the floor, the outer leg's going up. So that is not the way. So you have to, from the feet, take your feet a little out, apart, take the feet a little apart. Back of the thighs descending, outer hips descending. The whole of the femur heads pulling into the hip sockets. So move the sacrum in. You cannot move the sacrum in if the other bone's going up. Kneecap steps in the back of the leg. Also no tension in the abdominal wall. Pelvis broadening, the sacrum has to move in. Lift the chest, It comes well, and also pelvic girdle that is off the floor. Low rib soft. Open the collarbones. No, elbows on the floor, elbows on the floor, elbows on the floor. Shoulder heads rolling down. Press the upper arms into the floor, lift the chest. Also have the abdomen, the abdominal wall, watch out, the abdominal wall is actively stretching, that means your abdominal muscles are actively stretching, but the abdominal wall is soft. It's not pulling in. When I say, in Ademlukas van Amsterdam, the abdominal wall or the abdominal muscles are stretching towards the chest, from the groin, from the frontal thigh, but releasing towards the frontal thighs. That is the softness in the abdominal wall. Okay, now drop the bell and now take your arms over. Don't keep the legs released. I say just leave the bell. Drop the arms over your head. It doesn't matter what the bell is. Take the arms over your head. Because now everything gets spoiled. Stretch your arms over the head. Keep the legs as they are. The sacrum moving in. Now open the shoulder blades. Open the armpits. Armpits opening towards the elbows. Stretch the back of the hand into the floor. Stretch the index finger. Stretch your thumb. Press it into the floor. Still, the sacrum is moving in. Sacrum is not pushing into the floor. Outer hips lengthening towards the floor. Inner groins lengthening towards the floor. Back of the thighs, buttock bones lengthening, moving down. Femur hands pulling deeper and deeper to the hip socket. Now open the soles of your feet. Extend the legs more and more. Open the armpits towards the chest. Widen the top of the chest. Measure. You have to stretch your arms. Actually, your arms are not stretching. The arms stretching. Armpits moving to the elbows. Elbows, whole back of the arm, that should be on the floor. You have to stretch the back of the arm from the back of the shoulder blade. Back of the shoulder blade is all the way stretching, moving from the buttock bones. Buttock bones going down, connected in the back of the thighs. That is the awareness in the back side of the body. Now in the front, no tension in your abdomen. Abdominal muscle stretching, abdominal wall soft. Means the abdominal wall releasing towards the thighs, towards the frontal thighs. Abdominal muscle stretching towards the chest. Okay, now inhale, exhale, take the legs down. Okay, now roll over on your stomach. Curl the toes. Place the hands under the shoulders. Yeah, open the back of the thighs, open the back of the knees, open the back of the arms. Curl the toes, curl the toes. Push the inner knees up. Inner knees up, stretch from the inner heel, stretch your inner knee, stretch your inner thighs, stretch your inner foot. Opening, opening, back of the thighs opening from inside out. Top of the inner thighs should not drop. If the top of the inner thighs are dropping, and you compensate by squeezing the buttock bones. Don't squeeze the buttock bones. That's why you have to open the back of the thighs from inside out. Buttock bones are exactly aligned to the heels. Yeah, now rest the head on the floor, roll the shoulder heads back, inhale, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Yeah, come up from the back of the thighs, back of the thighs. Heels down, knees back, heels down, knees back. Same pose, in a way. How could that, how can you move the femur heads into the hip socket in such a way that the sacrum is moving in? Back of the thighs, buttock bones going up. Pelvic girdle in, sacrum moving in, sacrum moving in. Stretch your abdominal muscles towards the chest. Release the abdominal wall towards the thighs. That means that is the softness in the abdominal wall. Widen the lower ribs, don't hang in the dorsal area. So connect the tailbone to the sacrum, connect the sacrum to the lumbar spine, the lumbar spine to the dorsal spine, dorsal spine to the thoracic spine to the cervical spine. Move the thigh bones back, move the thigh bones back, move the kneecaps back, four corners of the kneecaps, opening the back of the knees. Move the shin back, move the metatarsals back in the feet. That's stretching from the toes and bring more weight over the heels. Now same thing, like in Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Open the armpits towards the elbows. Stretch your index finger, stretch your thumb. Connect the index finger and the thumb to the inner thumbs to the inner elbows. Inner elbows to the inner armpits. Knees back, knees back. Knieën naar achteren, knieën naar achteren. Breed maken. Dit drukt allemaal uit. Helemaal naar binnen toe. Nee, niet door de schouders naar beneden te drukken. Je moet omhoog komen, omhoog en naar achteren, omhoog en naar achteren. Lift the chest, move the thigh bones back. Press the hands. Okay, now walk the hands to the feet and then drop your elbows. Hier, ga even stand, go, stand somewhere near the wall, so like this, place the heels on the wall, stretch your arms up. Now connect the outer heel to the wall. Connect the inner heel to the wall, connect the outer calf to the wall, connect the inner calf to the wall, connect the outer knee to the wall, connect the inner knee to the wall, outer thigh, inner thigh. Then open the back. Open the back of the heel, open the back of the calf, open the back of the knee. Move the kneecap from your feet. That means that from the toes, the ball of the feet, pull the kneecap in the back of the leg. Go take the back of the leg, back of the thigh against the wall. More and more. Yeah, everything also should be broad in the back of the leg. The heel again, calf, knee, thigh, buttock bones. Raise the chest as much as you can. Stand on the fingertips. Yeah, heels down, heels down. No, hands out forward. Like Pasarika Padasana, push the back of the thighs against the wall. Take your fingertips as far as you can forward. Yeah, keep the thigh bones back. Now fingertips, lift the chest, lift the chest. Then you can bring the sacrum in. Yeah, tight, push from this, the top of the kneecap, top of the knee, in the back of the neck. Yeah, this has, you have to fill the wall there behind you. Okay, Adho Prashanasana. Yeah, keep the heels up against the wall. Yeah, walk your hands up, don't cross that. So don't change anything in your legs. Yeah, walk the hands out at the proper distance again, same distance. Don't press on the armpits. Armpits opening towards the elbows. Knees back, knees back. Connect the outer elbows. Press the hands, press the hands. Only then you can take your head down, the femur hands back. Sacrum in. So many things you have to do. Open the spine, open the spine. You also have to breathe, connect the spine by breathing in all the different parts of the spine. The spine should be fully integrated, which is difficult. Okay, an inhale and come back. Now to come back on the moment. Now, then I can do one more. Take the hands and feet far apart. So work hard in the hands and feet. Again, don't do this, but lift and stretch back. Lift and stretch back. Lift and stretch back. So not this. So lifting, the resistance in the lower arms, resisting to the lower arms. Connect the index fingers to the inner elbows. See, move the femur heads back. Be very strong on the outer legs. Be very strong on the inner arms. But all the time you have to get this working here. Otherwise it's of not much use. But you now not do again. Sacrum. So what I say all the time, all the effort should be in the hands and your feet, should be in the arms and your legs. The effort should not be in your head, not be in your breast, not be in your spine, not be in your chest. The effort is in your arms and legs, in the extremities, in the organs of action. So use the arms and legs, press the hands, press the feet. Then you can, if you grip the hands, grip the feet, then you can differentiate. Finding out where is the weight, where is the action, where I'm not working, where I'm doing too much. What is the weight on the outer arms? What is the weight on the inner arms? What is the weight on the outer leg? What is the weight on the inner leg? What is my grip on the top of the kneecap? What is the grip in the back of the knee? And so on and so on. So you have to look at all these things. How are my armpits moving? How are the shoulder blades moving? Each time, charge over and over and over again. So don't freeze in the pose. You have to make the intelligence move in your body, everywhere. If the intelligence is moving, then you can touch the awareness. If you can touch the awareness, consciousness starts to move everywhere. Yeah, open the spine, open the spine. Spine in the end should be fully integrated. Sacrum in. Now lift it. Lift it. Now you know the fingers. Can you take your hands more forward? Take your hands forward. More forward. But work, but don't let now the armpits opening towards the elbows. don't narrow the lower ribs. If you push the lower ribs down, they narrow. And your lumbar head starts to fall out. Ja, nou begint er wat meer. Dat is stil, hè? Er komt niet te veel naar buiten. Dus dat je dit tijdje koppen. Nee, handen waar ze zeggen. Handen in de grond, een grote massa. Die moet naar binnen krijgen. Al die wervels moeten in een lijn komen te liggen. Van het staartbeen bij achterom. Okay, take the hands to the feet and then roll it out. Okay, now do one more again, but like this. We have done that before already. The heels completely here on the edge of the mat. Then stretch your arms out. So not, but lifting. Back of the thighs perpendicular. Also keep your hands on the outside of the mat. You know, work very hard the outlet. It's difficult. The legs, they drop like this. So turn, move. If you cannot move here, you cannot grip the sacrum. If this moves out, the sacrum is popping out. So turn this way. Press the hands, press the hands. All the time, create a distance. Automatically it makes you work harder in the hands and the feet, the arms and the legs. So lifting, femur hands back, femur hands back. Yeah. Opening the groins, opening the armpits. So the heels completely in the corners of the mat. Outer heel in the outer corner. Femur hands back, femur hands, roll the outer knees back, roll the outer thighs back, open the back of the thigh, back of the knee, back of the calves, back of the heels. Okay, take the hands to the feet again, both your elbows. now sit down and then sit on the edge of a pillow. Take your left leg to the side and then bend your right leg like this. Bring the knees as far back as you can. Roll the metatarsal to the floor. Lift the heel up to the sacrum. Take the knees up. Then place the fingertips. No, not like that. The leg completely out. And the metatarsal, this is Padmasana, the instep of the foot, rolling to the floor. The heel is exactly in front of the pubic bone. No, the knee more out. Hey, focus your knee back. This. The knee. Left knee backwards. Paar more. You have to do something for it. Move the knee back. Move the knee back like. So I want you to open your groins by this. Yeah, and now place the fingertips, stretch your groins. Now bring the femur head, your left femur head down. Left femur head might come up. Bring it down. Roll the shoulder heads back. Place the fingertips, lift the chin. This Upavista Konasana leg, so thigh bone down, stretch the inner leg, inner thigh, inner knee, outer knee, inner calf, outer calf, inner heel, outer heel, shoulder heads back. So here, the inner knee pushing down into the floor, but also the outer knee is rolling down to the floor. Here the inner knee is pushing down to the floor, also the outer knee is rolling down to the floor. Then bring the back of the thigh down. So until you have a parallel here, now chin up, chin up. So inner thighs, the groins are opening this way, then connect the groins to the lower ribs to the collarbones. Then the chin is up. Your knee should circle more down. Forward your knee, this. Rolling knee more back. The more the knee goes back, the more you can bring the inner knee down. No, your feet. Hey, it takes too much time. Roll the instep down. So this is Supta Virasana, the instep in line with the shin. Or Padmasana, instep in line more than the shin. Heel up. Ball of the foot here, ball of the big toe down. Here, push the ball of the big toe down. Down to the floor. Press on it. It's not touching the floor. Yeah, and now press the knee into the floor. Press the knee into the floor. Left knee, right knee into the floor. Okay, now do the other side. Now be even, here and here, both femur hands. Roll the groins, open the groins to the knees. Then move up here, stretch. Connect to the lower ribs, widen the lower ribs, connect to the collarbones, widen the collarbones. Chin up. Okay, now change again. Then you also do the same with the other foot, but not on top, but in front. And then come as much like this forward. Again, you have to observe what effect, impact it has on the sacrum. Pelvic girdle in. Both legs are bent over. Both big toes down, both heels up. And the knees completely pressing into the floor. No, in front of each other, right on the floor, heels parallel. Now roll the knees down. Pelvic girdle in. So the more you take the knees apart, the better it opens the groins. So when you open the groins better, you can also stretch the groins better. When you can stretch the groins better, you get much more awareness in this whole area. Stretching from here, abdominal muscles, abdominal walls soft. Widening the lower ribs, widening the collarbones. Place the fingertips behind you. Roll the shoulder back, chin is up. The chin is up. Collarbones wide. Inner knees pressing into the floor. Outer knees, same thing, rolling down to the floor. Pelvic girdle is in, sacrum is in. Niet overdrijven met je kin omhoog. Nee, hallo. Nee, niet zo. Het is allemaal veel te krampachtig. Al de druk op je keel. Hier, gewoon de kin zo. Borst omhoog, tillen, bovenborst ook. De sleutelbenen erbij. Okay, now come back and then do Upavisa Pranasa. So sit, turn this way. Take the legs apart as much as you can. Then sit on the pillow, sit on the edge of the pillow, spread your legs. Take your legs as far out as you can. Stretching outer thighs, inner thighs, outer knees, inner knees, outer calves, inner calves, outer heels, inner heels. Or I should say, outer heels, inner heels, outer calves, inner calves, outer knees, inner knees, outer thighs, inner thighs. Same thing, place the fingertips behind you, roll the shoulder heads back, lift the chin, open the groins to the knees. Yeah, whole of the abdominal wall moving up from the groins, widen the collarbones, widen the lower ribs. Outer thigh going down, inner thigh going down, outer knee going down, inner knee going down. The groins rolling deep in, very sharp, cutting the groins, and then move up. Chin up, chin. Yeah, now do for the rasa di rasa. Take your feet out. So face this way again. Take the feet out. So first, adjust the legs. Don't take any weight on the hands. Just the fingertips. Make the outer legs descending, inner legs ascending. Same thing. Here, outer knees, inner knees, outer thighs, inner thighs, outer calves, inner calves, outer heels, inner heels. So opening the back of the thighs from inside out. Open the back of the knees from inside out. Open the back of the calves from inside out. Open the back of the heel from inside out. Again, you have to move on the sacrum. Come on, move the sacrum in. And now place the hands slightly behind the shoulders on the floor. Roll the lower arms in, connect the index fingers, connect the thumbs. Roll the lower arms in. Press the hands into the floor. Yeah, concave spine. Work your hands, work your feet. The whole of the spine should be integrated. The tailbone, sacrum again, lumbar, dorsal, thoracic, cervical spine. Hips in the middle, The hips have come backwards. Hips in the middle, exactly. Pelvic girdle in, sacrum in. Same as in Upavista Konasana. The chin is up. Stretch your abdominal muscles, but the abdominal wall should be soft. Widen the lower ribs, open, stretch the side ribs. Widen the collarbones. Drop the spine. So you have to know the spine, which vertebrae are in, which ones are out. Thigh bones moving back. Quadriceps hitting into the thigh bones. Thigh bones hitting in the back of the thighs. And now place the hands in line with the feet and then bend down. Take the head down and the top of the head down to the floor. Press the hands, roll the elbows in. Don't shift the hips forward or back. Keep the hips in the middle. Outer hips, outer knees, outer feet. Press the hands, elbows rolling in, top of the head down. Voeten zijn te ver aan elkaar. Je bent helemaal op de binnenkant. Dus daarom gaat ook alles trillen en beven. Dus je probeert grip te krijgen. Buitenvoet, binnenvoet, wat je aan kan. Doe niet te veel. Dat is de heupen. Naar achter drukken, heb je de handen te ver naar achter. Dan moet je toegeven, moet je de handen meer naar voren zetten. Want je moet je heupen stabiel houden. De eindelijk stabiel houden. Dan kan je zien hoe ver kun je de handen naar achteren zetten. Ellebogen indraaien. Zonder dat de heupen naar achteren duwen. Anderen die hebben de neiging met de heupen naar voren te komen. Dus you have to go look for how to find the stability. The interaction in this pose in between the hands and the feet. Okay, now take the hands in the hips. And now watch out, like the other day. Now connect the buttock bones in the back of the thigh. Press the feet into the floor. Inhale, come up and keep the buttock bones forward. That means the buttock bones in the back of the thighs. Then you just stand up from the feet. Otherwise, you pull yourself partly up from the lumbar. Do it on the one more. So here, this, if you go forward, not step forward. That's really, then you also feel your feet when you do that. Keep the weight alone on the left. Go down. Yeah, drop the spine. Outer legs descending, inner legs ascending. Yeah, and now inhale, come up again. Keep the buttocks forward, groin stand. Buttock forward, groin stand. And now lift the chin, stretch your groins. Buttock bones in, groins backwards, thigh bones back. Pubic bone going up, tailbone going down, pubic bone going up. Ascending pubic bone. Yeah, lift the chin. Not so much. Also here, it has more to do with the leg. Here you also. Yeah, now one more. Inhale, exhale, go down. Keep the buttocks forward. Press the feet. Keep the knees strong, kneecaps back, open the back of the knee. Thigh bones back. Then inhale, come up again. Yeah, and then take the feet together in Tadasana. You take a block here on the here or this on the. Then stand in the middle, connect your feet, open the soles of the feet. Yeah, open the soles of the feet, take the weight on the outer foot, on the inner feet, front of the foot, back of the foot, spread the toes, roll the knees in. Then open the back of the legs. Outer legs descending, outer feet gripping, outer knees gripping, outer thighs gripping. Then you can open it from inside up. Inside up. Bring the weight more and more on the heels. Make the back of the thighs perpendicular. So it means that everything works here, but it's not cramping, it's not squeezing like. That's why I have to open from inside out, like in the city bundle you were doing, on the block. This is separating here. So the tailbone separating or dividing the buttock bone. So this is how it moves. This way and up. This way and not this way and up. This if the buttock bones move this way and up, everything is cramping, jamming. Opening and widening. That is also where the energy is. So if you squeeze there, you also, so to say, squeeze the energy. You cannot release the energy. So if you cannot work with this physical energy, your mind and your hand will get very tight. So connect. Heels together, open the back of the thighs, open the back of the knees. That this from the base of the spine, releasing, moving, working from the energy. Yeah, and then again, the thigh bones rolling in, stretching the groins, moving the abdomen, abdominal wall, abdominal muscles. Stretching actively, abdominal wall is soft. And I'll take the hands in front of the chest and I'll inhale, exhale, jump. Yeah, 1 meter 30, 1 meter 40. Now take the hands on the hips, not to the side. Hands on the hips, feet parallel. More, take your feet more. Upavista Pranasana. Prasarita Balatasana. Okay, open the back of the thigh. Open it is again short, the top of the inner thigh. Open the top of the inner thigh. also never like this. Some people they do, it's opening. It's also in the spread, it's not the opening, you have to move back. Yeah, then stretching it down, and then moving it up. Then you also don't stay in this position. So moving you down, moving you up, pelvic girdle is parallel. Hands on the hips, lift the chin. Lift the chin. So, as if you're preparing for Pasalita Palukasana, over the groins towards the knees. Widen the lower ribs, widen the collarbones. Again, because out shortening again, back of the thigh, back of the knee, back of the calves, back of the heels. And now turn the right leg out, the left foot in. Again, without shortening the back of your left thigh. Open the back of the left thigh from inside out. Open the back of the left knee from inside out. Open the back of the left calf from inside out. Same with the heel. And now keep your left hand on the hip, take your right hand out to the side. Yeah, still let this hand short. Move it back, move it back, move it back, in, back. Roll. Inside out, inside out. Now your arm, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, use your arm like an Adho Mukha Svanasana. That means be very strong on the armpit. Exhale, go down. Take your right hand down on the block in the upright position. Push your hand in the block under the shoulder. Push your hand into the block. And now open the chest, open the shoulder blades, open the collarbone. This is easy for all of you, because the hand is high up on the block. That means that you can stay firm, strong on your legs, on your feet, on the knees, and so on. Open the chest. Open the chest. Keep the back of the left thigh open. And now take your left arm up. All of the spine is in. Concave spine. Concave spine. Sacrum is in. Sacrum is in. Now take the head back and then turn the head. So first you bend the head slightly backwards, and then from an active right side of the neck, turn the head. So keep the left side of the neck passive, turn actively from the right side. Then you can turn very much. If you turn the head, don't narrow the right side of your waist. Yeah, now armpits, left armpit opening to the left elbow. Right armpit opening to the right elbow. Lift the top of the chest. Turn more and more and more. Now, without dropping the chest, turn the block halfway. Keep the chest light. Keep the chest. Work your arms. Work the arms. Keep the armpits opening towards the elbows. Keep the lightness in the chest. Pelvis revolving from the right to the left. Abdomen revolving from the right to the left. Navel revolving from the right to the left. Look up. Look up. No, push your hand into the block. Push your hand into the block. Bounce up. So your right arm is the guide for your left arm. Yeah, and now place the fingers on the floor. Same principle. Fingers on the floor. Open the armpits, open the armpits, open the chest, open the collarbones, turn the head. Then from the fingertips go on the ball of the hand. Yeah, go, push up, armpits, open the armpits. From the ball of the hand go on the full hand, like Pasalita. Bounce up. Then inhale and come up. Then come up from the feet. Don't pull yourself up from the lumbar. Place the feet to the middle. Yeah, and then inhale, exhale, the other feet together. Yeah, feet together, Padasana. Yeah, open the back of the thighs, back of the knees. You push your knees out, don't do that. So your knees should be in the middle, you should not have bow or no action. X-shaped knees. So now bend the knees a little like this. And now measure grip the feet evenly. And then from the even grip on the feet, you bring the kneecaps back. So resisting here. So keep this, grip the outer thigh, grip the outer knee. Then you see the knees are rolling in. So, but you never get an X-shaped or a bow-shaped knee when you roll in. Because when I roll in like this, when my knees get X-shaped, that means I start to push the knees together. When my knees get bow-shaped, I'm also not rolling in, I'm pushing the knees out. So when you roll in, you can make every kind of knee stroke. Connecting the outer knees, separating the inner knees by circumferential action. But we only can do that from your feet. That means if your knees are separating, or your knees are pressing together, the culprit is your feet. Now do again, bend the knees. So now do it. Are you still even? If the knees are bent, are you still even on the outer inner front and the back of the foot? And now without losing the grip on the feet. You see, this is, but they never press together because it's circumferential, it rolls. That's why the knees are straight. But still you're pressing, why do you do that? You're pushing the knees out, and others they push the knees in. You have to push the feet and not the knees. So this is all this sort of thing that is done. Not I have to grip the feet. When I grip the feet, so that means you skip your feet, and that means you move directly in the knees. Now take the hands in front of the chest, inhale, exhale, jump. Take the hands on the hips, left leg out, right foot in. Same thing, Trikonasana on the left side, in these three different phases, stages. Left leg out, right foot in. Move here. Back of the right hand, thigh bone. Hey, what are you doing? Stay up. Turning back, pelvis revolving from the left to the right. No, this turning out. This is the femur head moving in the hip socket. Femur head moving in the hip socket. Now keep the right hand on the hip, take the left arm out, then inhale, exhale, go down on the left side. Right outer hip back, watch the right outer hip, tucking in and down. That means the hip is descending down on the femur head. Femur head ascending, hip descending. Now push the hand into the block. Now you have to really use your hands, like you use your hands in Prasarita Paratasana. That means you actively have to push the hand into the block. Also, the hand at least straight under the shoulder. And now take the right arm up.
It's hitting on my left heel.
You're completely under, the knee is going in, and all the weight is on the outer heel. This all here is under pressure. The shin is not turning in, and the shin has to turn in, but not the knee. So you have to take as much more back. You just have to find where the knee, so that's the same as with the knee. So you have to learn how to work from the foot. Set your inner foot, set your outer foot. Now take the hand back and then look up at your right hand. Can you see that the knee is turning in? And here everything, so the the shin has to go there from the outer foot. You have to push the outer thigh back. Then the knee becomes straight. This is still your O-shaped knee. You do exactly the same as in Tadasana. And now turn the block. That means you're not gripping the knee, adjusting the knee from the foot. Shin bone rolls in. And then you start to feel it, because now there is a lot of strain and pressure everywhere. In Tadasana, it's not, so you don't feel it in Tadasana. Now, left buttock bone forward, push your hand into the block. Right arm up, right arm up. Okay, now place the fingers on the floor. And move the fingers to the ball of the hand, from the ball of the hand to the wrist. Push the hand, Vasarita Paradasana, into the floor. Now your left arm will guide through the right arm. Open the armpits towards the elbows, lift the chest. Push the hand into the floor. So if you cannot get your wrist on the floor, bring your left buttock bone more in. Open the chest, turn the chest. Then inhale, come back. Lift yourself on the feet, turn the feet, jump together. And the heels together, feet together, open the back of the thighs, open the back of the knees, back of the calves, back of the heels. Okay, now take the hands in front of the chest, then inhale, exhale, jump. Then take the hands on the hips, place the block again on the right side, and in a half position, not at the right arm. Yeah, this is still preparing Vasarita Paradasana. Open the back of the thighs, stretch your groins, stretch your abdomen, widen the lower ribs. Widen the collarbones. Lift the chin. And now turn the right leg out, left foot in. Then at the same time, there is a very strong revolving action. The abdominal wall is revolving from the right to the left, not from the left to the right. Yeah? Keep the hands firm on the hip. So you feel that the hips are going down on the females. Yeah? And now inhale, exhale, bend the right knee. Yeah? Go straight down, give way to the inner knee, give way to the inner knee. Right buttock bone is tucking in, pubic bone going up, outer right hip rolling down. Yeah, the knee should be very stable, adjusted to the heel, right knee. And now take your right arm out, keep the left hand on the hip, then exhale, go down, place your hand on the block. And then take the left arm straight up in line with the right arm. Push your hand into the block, open the chest. So now if you look at the back of the left thigh, with some view, if you look at it closely, the buttock bone is pushing down, the back of the thigh is going up. That's wrong. The back of the thigh is heavy, it's descending in such a way, again, that the buttock bone is connecting in the back of the thigh. That means the back of the thigh, like in Dandasana, the back of the thigh is heavy, buttock bone is light. This is light, this is heavy. So take your feet closer together. Yeah, and now take the hand back, look up at your left hand. Yeah, and then inhale, exhale, take the arm over your head. Open the back of the thigh. You cannot stretch If you remember, I say that stretching the arm is directly related to how your buttock bone moves. So if your buttock bone in your left leg doesn't move correctly, you also cannot stretch your left arm. So the back of the arm stretching from the back of the shoulder blade. Back of the shoulder blade, all the way moving from the buttock bone, adjusting, stretching in the back of the thigh. Now open the chest, don't push against your knee. Don't push against the knee. The left inner. Yeah, keep looking up. Move the chin away from the chest. Look up. Turn actively at the left side, the right side of the neck. Left side is passive. Okay, then inhale, come back. Turn the feet and then turn the feet away. Feet together, open the back of the thighs. Means that is a kind of a reminder that if the back of the thighs are opening in the Tadasana, back of the thighs are perpendicular. So this is not perpendicular. You have to move it. Open. Now it's perpendicular, then I can move it up. Like in City Bond that you were doing on the block. Then the energy can flow. Chin down, shoulder head back, collarbones wide, lower ribs wide. Take the hands in front of the chest, then inhale, exhale, adjust. Yeah, then the left side. Take the hands on the hips. Left leg out, right foot in. So keep the right thigh bone back. That means if I push you back here, you have to bring the left buttock bone forward. Then you won't fall. Yeah, and now inhale, exhale, bend the left knee. From the heel, push the heel into the floor. Flex the knee from the heel. Yeah, bring the back, maximum weight on the back of the thigh. Don't bring the weight on the buttock bone. That means back of the thigh is descending. Buttock bone, again, still like Setu Bandha, buttock bone releasing, moving in the back of the thigh. Now, can you still, like Prasarita Padottanasana, connect the left groin to the left collarbone? Left groin, left collarbone, right groin, right collarbone. So now revolve the abdomen from the left to the right without hitting on the groin. So keep the groin connected to the collarbone, revolve the abdomen from the left to the right, revolve the navel from the left to the right. And now take your left arm out, Adho Mukha Svanasana arm. Yeah, exhale, go down. Place the hand on the rope. Take your right arm up. And then take the head back, look at your right hand. Open the chest, open the collarbones, open the armpits. Connect still at the groin, left collarbone, right groin, right collarbone. And then inhale, exhale, take arm off the head, but only open the back of the right thigh. Open the back of the right thigh, take the arm off the hand, palm facing the ceiling, still Adho Mukha Svanasana. Everything is dropping. Open the back of the thigh. Inhale, come back, press the feet, turn the feet in, then close. Okay, turn the face of the platform and then sit on your feet, knees together, feet together, press the hands on your legs. Okay, now stand up again. Again, stand in Tadasana, face the hallway again, so take the feet together, open the soles of the feet. Take the hands in front of the chest, inhale, exhale, jump. Yeah, now keep the arms to the side, keep the arms to the side, yeah. And now inhale, exhale, turn the arms, palms of the hand. Yeah, then inhale, exhale, bring the arms up. So don't do, if you bring the arms up, and don't do this. Yeah? So you have to go up, yeah, open the armpits, open the armpit. So here, this again, the direct connection. So here again, this widening, going down. Then I connect the back of the arm to the back of the shoulder blade. So the back of the shoulder blade is connected to here. So it's not like this. Now I cannot open my shoulder blade. So here. Yeah, and then inhale, exhale, turn to the right. Left foot in, right leg up. So armpits, moving, opening all the time towards the elbows. Now very strong through by the legs, revolve the elbows from the left to the right. Back leg, the femur of your left leg is rolling in. And opening the back is difficult, the back like in Tadasana, and the back of your left thigh from inside out. In such a way that again the buttock bone is connected, like in Simbanda. Buttock bone connected in the back of the thigh. Buttock bones widening, tailbone dividing the buttock bones. Yeah, now inhale, exhale, bend the left knee. The right knee. Yeah, standing, adjusting. Stretch your inner knee, stretch your inner knee in the back leg. Turn the inner knee backwards, Yeah. Still have very strong opening, from inside out in the back leg. Tailbone pulling down. Now, can you bring so much weight again on the back of your right thigh in such a way that the buttock bone is moving in the back of the thigh? Yeah, buttock bone moving in the back of the thigh. Yeah, and now bend the head, lift the chest. Take the head back, lift the chest, move the spine in. Femur head penetrating deeper and deeper into the hip circle. Right femur, penetrating the hip circle. Bring more and more weight on the back of the right thigh. So if the femur head pulling deeper into the hip socket, more energy will be released from the base of the spine. Sacrum moving in. Open the side ribs, open the collarbones, open the armpits. Then inhale, come back, turn the feet to the middle, take the arms to the side, and then jump together. Feet together. Lift the base of the skull. Bring the back of the head, the back of the brain over your heels, opening the back of the neck. Move backwards, move backwards. Also, if your abdomen is tight, you cannot move backwards. Move backwards, move the back of the body, open back of the thighs. Back of the knees. Right, het staartbeen strekt naar de hielen toe. The stretching the abdomen, the tailbone, that means that the tailbone also is moving in towards the beginning. Now take the hands in front of the chest, inhale, exhale, chest. Turn the arms, palms facing the ceiling. Now stretch the inner arms, set very strong in the outer arms. Exhale, bring the outer arms together. Work from the outer arm. Then also the shoulders are going up. If you pull yourself up from the inner arms, the shoulders are always pressing down. So you need the space, the movement, the freedom in the shoulders. But again, if this is short, en bij je naar voren gekomen is naar achter, anders nee, maar dit wel de bilspieren strekken aan de achterkant van de been. Je moet op je voeten staan, dat is de boodschap. Anders zit je alsmaar bewegingen in je bekken te maken. En dat leidt tot frustratie. The stability only comes when you work from the feet. You cannot work from the pelvis. Yeah, now inhale, exhale the left side. Right foot in, left leg out, right foot in, left leg out. Turn the foot more like this. And now inhale, exhale, take your feet more distance. Yeah, more. And now inhale, exhale, bend the left leg. Now go straight down, don't go forward, go straight down, straight. And now stretch it in, stretch it open, sit, open from inside out. Then keep the heel. And I'll bring more weight on the back of the left thigh. That means if I say weight on the back of the left thigh, that means the back of the left thigh, the action is vertical, it's straight down. If you move the back of the left thigh forward, then you cannot hold the right heel on the floor. So go straight down, so that the femur hand is moving into the hip joint. Lifting the heel and the back leg is a medical thing. If you don't need that, a medical adjustment because of lower back problems, you have to work to stretch the heels. It doesn't make sense to raise the heels. Otherwise, in 5 years from now, you're still lifting the heel. So you have to learn how to do it. And now, inhale, exhale, bend the hand, lift the chest. Stand out, stretch it in. And the more you go down here, the more you can fix the outer. You too, Stefan, why do you lift the heel? Don't lift the heel. There is no energy. You're not a warrior, when you heal yourself. You're an acrobat, when you heal yourself. And your foot is not turning in action, you're pushing through it. That's also like to gymnastics. The foot, I think this whole of the leg, this is also this, you're still doing the previous pose, the leg, it has to turn this way. That's why you have to turn the foot. Turn this way. Heel down. You have to turn in the femur, in the hip joint. Turn. Where you do you almost have a split, Okay, then inhale, come back. So the back leg here, this, it's not, this is Paschimottanasana, so you have to turn here. So it's bringing the weight on the outer leg, and this is turn. But if you don't move on the front leg, you cannot turn here. So it's always the interaction. That's why I say bring the weight here on the back of the left thigh. Then you can turn more. But if the weight is not in the back of the left thigh, this is all moving this way. I cannot turn here. It's always, now do still, that's the last one. Then stand like this, right foot forward, left foot back, so facing the podium. So and not a little less distance in between the feet than in Virabhadrasana. So Parsvatanasana. 1 meter 10, and that's the leg. 1 meter 20. And now roll the back leg in, rolling in. Dit is het. Denk ik op, draai in. Maar niet door alleen maar die voet meer naar binnen naar voren te brengen. So this is when the hips are very stiff. You put your foot more like this. But when the hips are not so stiff, so because it's a rotation. So als je dit doet, dan draait er hier niet eens en dan draai je alleen maar het bekken. Maar je hebt ook die draaiing van de dijkop in je bekken nodig. So there's two things. That means that the whole of the pelvis is rotating and revolving from the left to the right. Plus the femur hand in the backhand is rolling in. In the hip socket. So the more in the way, you have to be careful. The more you turn the ball of the foot of your left leg to the left, and you can do like that, the more powerful it is. But if the hip is stiff, or the pelvis doesn't turn down, and so on, can be many things. Then you have to give in and turn the ball of the foot more to the right. So the left hip, but the more the ball of the foot is turning to the left, the stronger you have to work at the hip. That means the rotation from the femur hand in the hip socket. Then the pelvis is much stronger, it's more powerful then, if you can do that. So that's what you have to work towards. Yeah, now keep the hands on the hips, tailbone revolving the butt bones. And now again, like in Parsvatanasana, inhale, exhale, bend forward, without pushing the hips or the buttocks back. Keep the buttocks forward, then bend forward, place the fingertips on each side of the foot on the floor. Concave spine. Concave spine, concave spine. Revolve the abdomen from the left to the right. Revolve the navel from the left to the right. Lift the chest, stretch it sideways. Yeah, and now take the head. Yeah, take the head down to the left. Don't lift the back heel, don't lift the back heel. The rotation in the heel, rotation in the shin, rotation in the knee, rotation in the thigh bone. That's what you have to do. Okay, then inhale and back, and then put your left foot forward, right leg back. You can only stretch it like Virabhadrasana. That's how you have to look at it. The back leg well, then you can grip the outer foot, outer knee. Only then you can stretch it in. So it means it's just an illusion, if I lift the heel, the outer heel all the way off the floor, that you can stretch your inner leg back. It's not true. So bring the outer leg down on the outer heel. Then stretch your inner leg. Push the inner leg. Chaturanga, for instance, push the inner knee backwards. Open the inner thigh from inside out. Same with the knee, with the calf. Then you get a rotation. It means that the femur hand is rotating in the hip socket, and as a result, the hip is coming forward, right now. Yeah, and now exhale, bend down. Lace the fingertips on each side of the foot. Also, you also have to bend down for your left leg step. But now, this step you don't know, maybe you're only bending down from the right leg. Then, if you bend down evenly from the right leg, then from the left leg, that means the left hip is moving backwards now when you go down. Move the left hip out and left hip back out. Then you bend like you do Uttanasana. Right? If you do Uttanasana, you also don't say, oh, I bend forward for my right leg, Uttanasana, or I bend forward for my left leg. You bend forward from both legs, Uttanasana. So here in Parsvottanasana, exactly the same. Yeah, then the hips and the buttocks are even. And then take a hand. Okay, now lie down on your back with your feet this way. Bend the knees. So now again, like we did in the beginning, lift the pelvis slightly, move like you do Setu Bandha again, preparation. Move the buttock muscles, buttock bones in the back of the thighs. So then bring the back of the pelvis down. In such a way, the sacrum should go in. Means the tailbone is parallel to the floor. outer hips, groins, femur heads descending. So the back of the pelvis is widening, so there is no pressure on the sacrum. The floor is moving the sacrum in because the outer hips are descending. So that means that the whole of the spine by now is resting on the floor, like doing Shavasana. And now the next thing is widen the shoulders, roll the shoulder heads down to the floor, and now place like we were doing in this Urdhva Pasarita Padasana when you were holding the strap, roll the elbows into the body, bring the upper arms down next to the body, roll the shoulder heads down to the floor. And now press the feet into the floor. Press the back of the pelvis. That means the femur heads keeping into the hip socket. So you have the back of the pelvis pressing firm into the floor. The sacrum pressing firm into the floor, although the floor is moving the sacrum in. And now see what happens if you press the upper arms into the floor and then lift the chest from the shoulder blades. See, if you do this well, then the whole of the spine, you don't push the shoulder blades towards the pelvic girdle. See, that means you lift the whole of the chest from the shoulders. But the shoulders are still on the floor. But the whole of the spine comes off the floor. The sacrum is in, the whole of the spine on the floor. And then, now keep that lift, the opening on the chest, and then inhale, exhale from the feet, and then merely work very hard on the heels, lift the pelvis again up as much as you can. From the feet, the heels connect in the back of the thighs. Bring the buttock bones in the back of the thighs. But the abdominal wall, abdominal muscles stretching towards the lower ribs. Abdominal wall is soft. And now the buttock bones higher and higher. So if you pull yourself up from the lumbar, abdominal wall will be tight. If you lift yourself up from the back of the legs, the back of the thighs, the buttock bones, abdominal wall will be soft. Lower ribs will be soft. Open the side ribs. If necessary, you can take the feet a little closer, stamping the heels, going higher and higher up, without squeezing the buttock bones. All the time, keep the space for the block in between the buttocks. Move the coccyx deeper and deeper in. Then go higher and higher up. Roll the thigh bones in. Stretch the knees. That means you also roll sharper on the shoulder heads when you do that. Collarbones are opening. And then exhale, come down. So can you follow all these things? The principle of it, how it works. So how you have to, in these things, how you have to integrate the spine, and not just moving from the tailbone, moving from the sacrum, moving from the lumbar, or whatever. All spines are different. That means you have to move from a spine that is integrated. That only works if you move evenly from the arms and the legs, the organs of action. Now again, do the same thing. But do very precise. This is very basic. It's in a way it's simple, but it's not simple to do. Roll the shoulder heads, lift the chest from the shoulder blades. Now, without dropping the chest, inhale, exhale, lift the pelvis. Take the buttock bones higher and higher. So go up from the legs, go up from the feet, go up from the back of the thighs, go up from the buttock bones. Like you practicing in these standing poses. So this is what you do in Virabhadrasana 1. Higher and higher, thigh bones in, open the groins. You have to stretch the groins. The groins going higher and higher up, stretch the knees. Yeah, and then the next thing what you can do is place the hands under the shoulders. Now keep the lift on the pelvis and the chest, and then place the top of the head on the floor. Close to the feet. Keep the weight on the outer heels, keep the weight on the inner heels. Keep the weight on the outer hands, keep the weight on the inner hands. And then inhale, exhale, stretch your arms and the legs. Go up in Urdhva Dhammarasa. Open the armpits, open the groins. Yeah, roll the thigh bones in. Yeah, go higher and higher. Bring the weight on the hands, bring the weight on the feet. Thigh bones in, thigh bones in. Open the groins, armpits moving, opening towards the elbows. Groins opening towards the knees. Take the butter bones in the back of the thighs. Walk your feet back, Volker. Stand on the toes, stand on the toes. Butter bones in the back of the thighs. Stretch your index fingers. Yeah, and then come down. So the principle again is very simple. You lift the body from the hands and the feet. From there you have to connect. You have to connect. Have the basic connection. Have feet connecting to the knees, knees connecting to the hips, hands connecting to the elbows, elbows connecting to the shoulders. So your hips and shoulders are, you could say, the gates to your body. Your legs and arms are sort of the keys to open the gates to your body. Yeah, now do it again. Press the feet, inhale, exhale, lift the pelvis. Again, connect the heels to the back of the thighs. Connect the back of the thighs to the butter bones. Yeah, then take the butter bones deeper and deeper in the back of the thighs. Opening, stretching the groins. If you cannot stretch the groins, if you cannot open the groins, your lower back will be narrow. So work very hard, because opening the groins is leg work, is feet work. So work hard in the feet, work hard in the knees, work hard in the thigh bones. Open the groins, stretch the groins. Then inhale, exhale, place the top of the head on the floor. Without dropping the pelvis, without dropping the chest. Roll the elbows in, like you do in Parsavina. Stretch your index fingers, roll the elbows in. Then inhale, exhale, go up. Open the armpits, open the groins, open the collarbones. Then raise the heels, walk the feet back to the hands. Don't be satisfied. Walk the feet back, charge the hands, bring the weight on the hands. Walk back, walk your feet back. Lift the pelvis. Yeah, then exhale, stick, bring the heels down. Heels down, push the heels. Butter bones up, thigh bones rolling in, go in. More roll in. Butter bones up, otherwise you squeeze too much. Yeah, take away on the hands, take away on the feet. Walk the feet back. Here, now come down, and now do it quickly. Go take your mat to the wall and take it to the box. You're lifting your pelvis more, having you have the hands on the blocks. Then lie down again. We have done this already. Then take your hand between the blocks, and then do exactly the same thing. First, lift the pelvis. Open the chest. Place the top of the head on the floor. Then you roll the elbows into the wall. Press the elbows again into the wall, and then inhale, exhale, go up. higher and higher. Yeah, then place the top of the head. Come on, quick, place the top of the head on the floor. And then inhale, exhale, roll the elbows, roll the elbows. Walk the feet back, walk the feet back. Over the arms, over the armpits. Connect the elbows, connect the elbows. Stand the heels, got the bones in the back of the thighs. Thigh bones rolling in. Yeah, you have to bring the groins up, walk the feet back, walk the feet back. Lifting, yeah, that's what you have to do, lifting. Lifting is vertically. Lifting is not horizontally. Horizontal movement is jerking. So lift the chest from your hands, lift the pelvis from the feet. Ook inlopen, inlopen, inlopen. Gewicht op de handen brengen, de armen, hoe meer gewicht op de handen, hoe beter je de armen kan strekken. Hoe meer gewicht op de voeten, hoe beter je de benen kan strekken. Maar als handen en voeten ver uit elkaar zijn, dan is of het gewicht op de handen of op de voeten. Je kan geen van twee strekken. That's why you have to walk the feet back to the hands. To get the weight evenly on the hands and the feet. Then the spine is flying up. Otherwise not. Yeah, go on, do a few more. Open the armpits. So if you take your head on the floor, roll the elbows in, roll the elbows in, roll the outer elbow to the wall. Then like Vasarita Palutasana, same thing. Connect index finger to the inner elbow. Connect the inner elbow to the inner armpit. Then inhale, exhale, go up. You've done all these things in the standing poses. Butter bones in the back of the thighs. Groins higher and higher up. No pressure on the lower ribs. Open the armpits, open the collarbones, open the groins. Turning, turning, turning. Outer upper arm, outer upper arm, outer armpit. Yeah, do another one. So the next one, if you're up in Urdhva Dhanurasana, now bend the elbows, place the head on the floor. Then fold your arms around your head for Viparita Dandasana. Interlock the fingers. Press the elbows against the block. Keep the knees strong, butter bones up. Elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. Elbows in, wrists down. Push the wrist into the floor. Elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. So if you still have the energy after Viparita Dandasana, you can place your hands on the blocks again and come once more up in Urdhva. So you do Urdhva Dhanurasana, Viparita Dandasana, Urdhva Dhanurasana. But be precise, be accurate. stretch your knees, roll the elbows in, roll the elbows in. So if you go up back into the pose in Urdhva and the moment you lose the elbows, that means the elbows are starting to move away from the wall. Then at that point raise the heels and then walk the feet back to the hand, because you have much more grip on the arms then you can keep the elbows closer to the wall. Yeah, do it again. Urdhva Dhanurasana, Viparita Dandasana, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Stretch your elbows out. We have to stand clean, not to come back. Otherwise, I'm already effort. You can also try if you can add two more to it. So you do Urdhva Dhanurasana, Viparita Dandasana, Urdhva Dhanurasana, Viparita Dandasana, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Yeah, try that. So if you take the weight, more and more, the grip more and more on the hands and the feet, it will be lighter and lighter. face up, face up, face up. Walk the feet back, connect the elbows. Stand high and up, open the armpits. Elbows, actually, elbows. Bring the elbows in, out the elbows in, out the knees in. Don't be on the periphery of the body, you have to penetrate. Just do this. Very gentle, huh? Opening the side ribs, opening the side ribs. keep moving, don't stand still. This is called lateral uttanasana. It's not uttanasana. It's really focused on opening the side ribs, pacifying, neutralizing the spine. Okay, and then take a chair and do halasana over the chair. With your shoulders on a pillow or a foam roller, whatever you like. If you're tall, take an extra pillow on the seat of the chair, not if you're short. Take 2 pillows. So in the roll on the shoulder heads. Then move the legs deep into the chair, inside the chair. So that then you can release your spine in the end, bending the arms. What? It hurt? Oh, okay. What? No, it should not be in. Now it has to come out. And now you can release the arms as well. So you get more or less an even curve from the neck, back of the neck to the tailbone, from the tailbone to the back of the neck. So then once you are in the right position, just bend the arms to the side. Release the spine. That means that the spine should get more and more convex. skin of the face. Release the throat.